Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Phil Marriott. I'm very happy to say I am live to Las Vegas to one half of Bros. It is Matt Goss. Matt, how are you?
Hello, guys.
How are you doing? How are you coping with lockdown?
I've got a little French bulldog that's eating everything I own. He's basically eating everything that's valuable. He seems to know what it is. Yeah, I'm just me and him. But Vegas is very, very chill right now. But it's actually quite nice.
I,
But really, me and my little Frenchie Reggie.
I shouldn't really be laughing at the fact that he's destroying everything, but I can relate because I've got a rescue dog who is a year old and he does exactly the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's literally like you. There could be a peanut, the only peanut on the face of this earth, and he would find it, and he'd be like, "Mine." You know, I think that's the bulldogs is what's mine is mine.
How old is he?
He's 1 year old, and he's a complete lunatic. But it's been funny because we've really bonded. Do you know what I mean? Like we've kind of bonded, like because I'm the only one that's feeding him and watering him.
Amazing. It's a shame we can't see him. Is he anywhere in shot?
I can go and get him if you want me to.
That'd be really good. I know we haven't got much time. We've only got about 15 minutes, I think. But yeah, go and get your dog. I can't believe this is happening. This is so strange. But anyway, welcome if you're new here to this channel. We do a lot of interviews here. I'm thrilled to say that Matt is spending some time to chat about an excellent fundraising single for the NHS, for the NHS Heroes. And yeah, we might even get to talk about his dog as well, hopefully, and see his dog. There we go. Oh, he's a beauty. He is gorgeous.
Yeah, is he in the shot?
He is. He's looking good. And those big eyes as well.
Yeah. He's my boy, Reggie.
Amazing. I bet you let him off, don't you, eating all the stuff?
Oh my God. He's got me wrapped around his little finger, I tell you.
It's the best way though. You got to look after them. You got to pamper them and treat them well.
Yeah, I just let him out. So he's all excited to see me. So
Yeah.
how are you doing?
I'm good. I was just thinking the last time I spoke with you, it was 3 years ago. You were about to play your 2 gigs at the O2, the sellout shows at the O2, and you were filming your documentary.
No, I remember it was the unknown of how that was going to turn out. So
yeah, and wow, people just went mad for it. The response afterwards was amazing. In fact, I looked on Rotten Tomatoes today, and I think it's 100% on there.
Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's
Because
insane.
I've watched everything, and I'm starting to watch below 30s now. Anything, I'm like, all right, I'm watching movies now that, I've literally run out of things to watch because I love movies and I love Netflix and I love, I love my shows. I love Ozark and.
Oh, that's amazing. Have you just finished season 3?
No, I finished that a while ago. I finished Ozark. What else did I love? Alone. Have you seen that show Alone? The survival show. I've been watching that.
Not seen that. Ozark was amazing. That's my favourite at the moment.
Ozark was incredible.
Really, really compelling and quite dark. Well, actually, really dark. Not the sort of thing you want to watch when you're in lockdown.
I don't know why, like the new and that kind of stuff. I prefer darker stuff. I don't know why. I can't watch anything that's too joyful.
Too schmaltzy.
Yeah, I can't. I prefer that kind of dark stuff.
Amazing. We've got to talk about your single, but first, what was I going to ask you before? Oh no, let's talk about the single because this is really important, just in case time runs out.
I'm here.
It's a cover of Alicia Keys. Oh, have we got more than 15 minutes then?
We do, yeah.
Amazing. Yes, because I've got so much to ask you. And hopefully we'll get some people in chat asking. Lynn Connolly is saying from a frontline worker, thank you. I think that's a good way to start, isn't it? Because you're about to release, or have you released it already, the single for the NHS?
Yeah, the single's out. It's really I recorded it with Babyface in LA. And it was going to be my new single. I was excited. I'm going to be completely transparent. I was really excited about it because it's one of my favorite songs. Also, I've never heard a man sing it really, and I sing it on my live shows in Vegas and all over the world. And I always get like standing ovations for it, and I just felt like I was excited. But I think like, why am I holding on to this song? Like, let's just do something with it. And because I know people love this. It's a soul classic, but I wanted to do a different take on it as the way a man would sing it. And I have some friends, Jo Hart and her brother. They're actually feeding feeding the NHS, and they're actually going there, boots on the ground. And I want to start trying to get money to the people that are actually doing it on the ground, so it doesn't, all this money doesn't dissolve somewhere. I want it's about just over £1. So like we wanted at least 50,000 meals. Also, I want to take care of Lewisham Hospital, where I was born, and I just really want to get as much money as possible to give good grub, but also footwear. I also want to get comfortable footwear for them, but go directly to them. No big organizations, the smaller charities that are actually doing things sporadically across the country.
That's amazing. So it's done through Just Giving. We've got a link just below in the description box, anyone that wants to go straight there. And you've done a video for it as well.
The simple one is justgiving.com, and then just type in Matt Goss, MATTGOSS. Just type in my name and you'll see the Just Giving page, or go to my Instagram. The really easy way, go to my Instagram, Matt Goss, and then it's in my bio, and you can just click on the link directly.
Excellent. Amazing. And it is beautiful as well. And you mentioned Babyface, because he's one of the top producers, isn't he? He adds that kind of gloss to stuff that is just so easy on the ear as well, and it's just quality. It's quality production.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, we're both really proud of it, and I think if you're going to tackle that song, you got to make sure it holds up. And so far, we've had such a beautiful response for it. The DJ yesterday said it was stunning. So like when people are using words like that, I'm just very, very proud. I'm still attached to it as an artist. I'm still attached to it outside of the charity that we're trying to raise money for. I'm very much attached to it as a song and the version that we've done.
So it was an Alicia Keys song originally. I'm trying to think how long ago it was. 2003? Yeah. What made you decide to choose that song? Because it seems so relevant, doesn't it, now when you think about the lyrics as well? It just seems like the perfect choice of song.
You know what? The thing is, I've been singing it. I've wanted to sing that song for a long time, and I've added it to my show for a good few years now, and it always gets such an incredible reaction. And people keep saying to me, "Will you release it? Will you release it?" You reckon, Reggie?
They're doing backing vocals, doing the BVs there.
He sits on the stairs and just barks at people going by.
I love it. So have you just got the one dog?
I just got Reggie, yeah. Reggie.
That's probably enough though, isn't it? Bit of a handful.
Yeah, I told you he's a complete handful. He's a nightmare. But I like it because he's a little bit of a rebel, and I like it.
So Alicia Keys, has she heard your version?
I don't know yet. It's 2 days. The song's been out 2 days, and we're getting an amazing response already. So we shall see. But I think the main thing is that hopefully people will identify with the new version. Obviously, Babyface speaks for himself, and hopefully people will like my vocal performance on it. I'm just, give it a listen. I think it is easy on the ears, and I think it feels good, and it's just it's nice to get music out there. I've got some really great tracks in the vault that are ready for the album, but I'm just glad this is out there, and hopefully it will help raise money.
Well, it's really good. It's really good that you're doing this as well, because it's it's very emotional. I mean, especially Thursday night, we've got this thing here where everybody at the same time just shows their appreciation for the NHS, because I think at this time, I think you realise the amount of work that they're doing and putting themselves at risk as well. So I think it's good that you're handing that back to them.
Well, as I say in the video, it's they knowingly walk into harm's way to protect us. There's nothing more selfless than that. I mean, I'm in awe of what they do. Being in another country, I'm just extremely. I want to just dig in. I want to get into it and help in any way I can. And being a musician, our industry is on its knees. So if you can just give assets and to help create awareness and raise money, then you should do it, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned Lewisham. That's just down the road from me, because I'm in Bermondsey. In fact, I think your brother used to live around the corner from me. I keep walking past where his flat was, because my other half told me that he used to live there. Yeah. It's a small world. But I'm going to mention some of these people in the chat room. The single is amazing. Please donate and share. That's Lisa. Dawn says, can't wait to hear it. Well done, Matt. The video is so emotional, says Carol. You should be very proud of it. It's an amazing version. Goosebumps when you listen. That's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And just and also I've got to give a quick shout out to Keith Lemon as well, because I'm on Celebrity Juice tomorrow, which is going to be. It's definitely it was definitely an experience, let me put it that way. And I had 5 Guinnesses and 3 tequilas.
So that's what you always expect with Keith Lemon with that show. You always think, oh, I bet it's a riot when you're there. I bet there's a lot of alcohol consumed. I think
It was birthday, Holly's last show, and one of the dares would I play my guitar naked, and I did. So it definitely you don't go on Celebrity Juice to say no, you go on to say yes, and he definitely put a few surprises my way. So you should check it out tomorrow, 10 p.m. I believe.
I love it, and I think I might have seen something online about that. That's a headline grabber, isn't it? Matt Goss naked with a guitar.
Funny the way he set it up. He goes, "Will you play your dare? Will you play your guitar?" And I'm like, "That seems fine." And then I'm like, and he went naked. And I was just like, "Oh my god!" And I'm quite a private person, and it was just one of those moments when I was like, "Screw it, I'm gonna do it."
Is that the first time you've done something like that? Even back in the 80s, did you do anything like that?
No, I don't know. I mean, I used to drop my jeans sometimes, but never. I've never got naked on a national television show. No, it's not something you want to see. I promise you that.
So this was presumably filmed quite a while ago, way before lockdown.
No, it was. We all did it remotely. I did it from right here where I'm sitting. We all did it remotely.
Wow. So that's what the sort of thing that happens when you're in lockdown. It just affects your brain, doesn't it? You do things like that. You do.
Innovative. You would call when the leaf blows. 1 second.
Sure. Thanks for your messages, by the way. Keep them coming in if you want me to ask Matt anything, because presumably I've got more than 15 minutes, which is great. I wasn't expecting that. So, yeah. Let's try and get some questions in. I was going to ask you how you're coping in lockdown, because it's been a tough time.
There have been ups and downs. I think I go live every day on my Instagrams at 9 p.m. in the UK time, and I actually call a lot of the fans, and I just try and get to know them, and it's been very insightful. I've done, I don't know, 40 plus. I don't know how many we've done. We've done a lot of, and I call around 4 or 5 people every night at around 9 p.m. and there's been a lot of mental health issues. There's been it's been really, really emotional. It's been funny. It's been, it's been so diverse. I've never experienced anything like it. So that's given me a bit of purpose, really, so I can go on and listen to people that have given me so much over the years as well. So I go on every night at 9 p.m. So that's been my thing, and this charity record. But that's what I've been personally doing. But I live by myself, so it has been challenging at times. It's been very lonely. But I want to stay responsible, and I'd rather be by myself than somebody that I just met. Can you imagine just meeting somebody and just having to be in quarantine with somebody you don't know? That would be horrendous.
Yeah, I can imagine what that must be like. But thank God for the internet, because we're able to do this. I mean, I'm able to connect with you, so it's great.
Yeah, and I think it shows, even like you say, like this, and the way even Celebrity Juice tomorrow night, we did that remotely. Like it's starting to be very innovative, and the way that people do things are very innovative now. And we're also, I think there's a lot of self-reflection going on. I think like Mother Earth is we're giving her a little bit of a break. There's a lot of, I think there's a lot of people are radiating and gravitating towards kindness and civility, and that a deeper sensibility. I think there's a lot of changes going on. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, the air quality here in London is great at the moment. I suppose there are positives to come out of such a negative thing, but it's just been horrendous on so many levels. But I've got some questions here. If you're up for answering some questions, I've got Lynn Connolly. Have you learned anything new? Hobby, instrument, language? Also, what have you realised that you can live without?
What have I ever, it sounds again, the lives that I've been doing, that was hard for me at first because I am so private. I made a decision that I wanted to connect with people that I've only seen in meet and greets or at the shows over the years. And I'm talking 30 years, so it was, for me, it was a need to want to say yes. I want to say yes more coming out of this. And I don't want to be as reclusive. I don't want to be as, but I do want to say yes more when I'm coming out of this. I think that's what I personally gained out of this. And I've also been surprised by some of the people that have actually reached out, and I've also been surprised at some of the people that haven't. So I've really gained so much knowledge from it. So I think like we all have.
Yeah, I think it's a time for reflection, isn't it? I think you do realise, especially the friends that you've got as well that reach out to you, because you might not hear from a friend for a few years, but during this time, I think you would. I think you have done. How's your brother Luke doing, by the way? How's he doing in like lockdown? Is he in Vegas as well?
Luke is in LA, and he's kind of gone underground. He's kind of really just got into his painting. So that's what my brother discovered. I've been drawing a long time, but Luke has been painting. He's really fallen in love with it, and it's been great to see him just, switch off from everything and just go into himself and just really as like self-discovery. And he's really enjoying painting. So that's been really lovely as a brother to see.
We saw you doing the chat show on BBC4 a while back, the Night In with Bros, to push the documentary that you made.
Oh, yeah.
Have you got any more plans to do anything like that? Because I heard a rumour that you were wanting to do a chat show.
Yeah, I would love to do a chat show. I would love to, because I'm very interested. I'm just so interested in people. I'm so interested in diversity, and I'm interested in vulnerability. I'm interested in being authentic. I really am. I think that we are conditioned as men, certainly, to hide out and suppress our feelings, and I think now is the time in society, not just because of what's going on, is to let people say their truth and also be heard, and also very, very important, with no judgment. So I'm very interested. I would love to do something where I could communicate, and I still obviously do my music, but communicate, and I'm genuinely interested in people.
Got a couple of comments here. One from Lisa Hawkins. Thank you for connecting us all together every evening. I've made loads from it. Can you tell him also we love him and we will keep promoting his cause for the NHS? Because somebody else just asked me that. How can your fans push the message? But I suppose social media is the best place for that, isn't it? Just keep telling people.
Yeah, I think I've played to tens and hundreds of thousands of people, and like the number, really the reason I'm doing this, I'm going to be very honest, there's only 400 and something people donated. That may sound a bit harsh, but the reality is, I need, if you've got £1, then give it. I mean, that's why I'm doing it. It's an uncomfortable situation or thing for me to say, but uncomfortable things have to be said. Anyone that's come to my show, anyone that's supported me, or come to, like, I've done the same in return. I've continuously put out assets, and I've tried to change the shape of where we go and the journey, and I really am. And in return, frankly, it's just, I just need anything, whether it be 50 pence or 50 million. It doesn't really matter. It's the same intention, so really it's about giving. It's
Sure.
about giving. That's what it is. Or if you really, really can't give, then just share, and encourage people to give, because I want to be able to raise as much money as possible so that we look after the NHS after COVID, because we go back to our normal lives, and the nurses and the doctors have to go and take appendixes out and console somebody with cancer like they did with my mother, and it still carries on for them. There is no end in sight. So I wanted to try and create something where hopefully at some point we can just continuously have a fund that is very targeted to what they need. It might be the strangest thing that we might not think about, but we need to talk to the doctors and nurses and the caregivers to see what they need, and that's what I'm interested in.
So what's next for you, Matt, after this? Because there are a lot of artists obviously in quarantine at the moment and self-isolating, social distancing. A lot of people are feeling quite creative. Are you in that right mindset to be working at the moment, or are you finding it quite nice to just take a bit of a breather?
I always write. I'm luckily I'm fairly prolific. If I do sit down, I will end up writing something, but I feel a little disconnected, if I'm honest, a little disconnected from my music right now, because I think also I've done so many shows. I've done thousands of shows in Vegas, and in June it will be 11 years my show would have been in Vegas. And so for me, I feel a little disconnected from my music, because I feel more connected to people and how they're doing and how they're feeling. And that's honestly the truth. I'm more connected to my lives every night, because I want to know that people are okay. A woman recently had a very troubling time when she said she was going to commit suicide on my live. and 200 plus people reached out to her, and I checked on her yesterday, and she's fine. A gentleman felt the same thing. So I feel like right now it's about connection, and I know that this is, other generations have been through more, but this generation has never been through this kind of isolation, and there are mental health issues that really, really, I feel very passionate about making sure that we shine light on the truth and honesty and the bravery it takes to actually be honest. That really, really motivates me right now, is what I'm motivated by.
And obviously, Celebrity Juice, people are going to have a few laughs at that. Not at your expense, but they're going to be watching that tomorrow night.
I don't mind this at my expense. I have a 1-pack. My 6-pack is in the fridge. I'm afraid it's not pretty, but it's I've got the lockdown physique right now, so I apologize in advance.
I think I've put on a few pounds since it all started, but what can you do? I mean, there's only so much time you can do to exercise. Presumably you've got a gym though in your place in Vegas.
I box now for 15, 16 years, so I hit the bag every day, and so I just try and stay motivated that way. And so I love to box, and I love to move my body. I like explosive strength more than seeing how much I can bench lift. I could give a shit about that, really. Yeah. I like explosive strength, planks, push-ups, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of, I just want to be, and sometimes I have a swim, so.
I can't imagine that you'd ever want to think about coming back to London, because you've got quite a nice life there.
No, that's the opposite, actually. It's funny you say that. I actually do want to come back to London. I haven't said that in so many years. I haven't felt that. But yeah, I want to come back. When I put my 3-piece suit on and I'm walking through St. James Park feeding the birds, and that's when I feel my most comfortable. I'm quintessentially a Brit and an Englishman from London, and I feel very connected to the metropolitan way of life, and I love going to the parks inside cities. If I go to Tokyo, I like to go to the temples, or if I go to London, I go to St. James. That's my place, and so I want to come home. I actually really do want to come home. That's the honest truth.
That's really good to hear. So did it make you feel quite nostalgic then when you were watching back the clips of the documentary and putting all that together?
The documentary, I think, was me and my brother having therapy in front of our country. We addressed issues again. We addressed issues that we'd probably buried for many, many years. So it was cathartic. I'm very proud of that movie, that documentary, and we are going to do another one, and we are making a new album, but it's just right now everything's on hold.
Yeah, because I was just smiling at the fact that when you said therapy, I was thinking of those arguments you were having, which is never a good thing to have. But I suppose if you did another documentary, there wouldn't be those arguments in there. So it's good that you've cleared the air.
I think there would be. Hold on, Reggie. See, life of bulldog.
Trust me, it's my life.
Everybody's life right now, that's by themselves, even with a single pet. They literally think I'm like, he's my boss. He thinks he owns me.
Not the other way around.
No.
It's been so good to see you, Matt. I wish you all the best with the single. You did such a great job raising awareness and the funds for the NHS. You've got a big heart, so it's good to see.
I remember the last time we had a great interview, and you're a lovely person. And I love to your listeners, and just let's just be kind to each other. Let's be non-judgmental. Let's put bubble wrap around each other's hearts. You know what I mean? Let's just be shamelessly supportive of each other.
Definitely, and I'll see you face to face when you come back to London.
Much love, my friend.
Good to see you. Thanks everybody for watching. Take care.
Bless.
Take care, Matt. Stay safe.
Bye, brother.
Love to the dog.
Too.
Was it Reggie?
Reggie, yeah.
Love to Reggie.
Instagram, Matt Goss. Right now, please, and go to the bio and just look at the page and donate anything you can.
Yeah,
much
buy the
love.
single. Take care. See you soon.
Bye, guys.